Get ready, Jujutsu Kaisen fans, as the epic showdown unfolds in Chapter 244. Sorcerers unite, and the battle against Sukuna takes a thrilling turn. In this spoiler breakdown, we dive deep into the strategies, decisions, and the fierce confrontation that awaits. But beware, massive surprises and challenges lie ahead. Stay tuned as we dissect the intense moments of this chapter. The chapter starts with Yuji and Higuruma arriving to face Sukuna. We then see a flashback where all the sorcerers were having a meeting to finalize their plan. Kusakabe says that they need to choose who's going to fight Sukuna and who won't. Kishimo lashes at him, saying it's an all-out war and everyone should fight. Kusakabe replies by informing the Miwa can't fight due to the binding vow she made in Shibuya that she'll never swing her sword. Regarding Kenjaku, they plan to make him lower his guard and have Yuta finish him off. After this, Yuta is supposed to come back. However, they would only go with this plan if Gojo loses the fight. Noritoshi Kamo is also present in the meeting and apologizes as he won't partake in the mission. He mentions that he wants to watch over his family as much as possible and will leave the country with them. Kusakabe then says that those who can use the reverse Earth technique, those who want to die already, or those who are okay with dying will join the battle. Rest will stay as support. Yuji tries to console Kamo. He says that he can learn a lot of things from his seniors, so Kamo is helping him a lot. Yuji also emphasizes that Choso is really bad at teaching. Choso has a dumbfounded face upon hearing it. Higuruma volunteers to go after Kishimo. He plans to use his curse technique, Judge Man, to confiscate Sukuna's curse technique. Higuruma also adds that if Sukuna gets the death penalty, then he can also fight him using the executioner's sword. Kishimo asks Higuruma, "Do you seriously think I'll lose?" "I'm getting pissed." Hikari consoles him by saying that it was just an assumption, and he thanks him for giving his spot to Gojo. However, Kishimo is still not satisfied. Kusakabe asks if Higuruma can confiscate it and lay the death penalty for sure, and then Yuji says that it depends on which charge Judge Man will use. He also mentioned that Higuruma does not decide what allegation to use. Yuji states that Sukuna has switched 3 times so far and has killed many people on every switch. Higuruma summarizes Sukuna's crimes so far as the following. In Itadori's high school. In the juvenile home. At Shibuya murdered 2 curse users, high school girls. Higuruma further states that after taking over Megumi's body, Sukuna could be charged with harming Megumi, committing murder, and stealing a dead body. All of these would depend on the situation Megumi is in. He further mentions that questioning him about the crime his cursed fingers have caused is hard. Kusakabe says that if it's a normal judgment, then adding up all the crimes Sukuna committed, he will get the death penalty. However, Higuruma's curse technique chooses only one crime at a time and charges penalties one at a time. They also discuss how he can get charged for a small crime that got swallowed up by the larger crimes. Another thing that Higuruma mentions is regarding Sukuna's crimes from 1,000 years ago. He states that modern law might not work on pre-reincarnated Sukuna. Judge Man is a Shikigami equipped with Higuruma's curse technique, so if Higuruma thinks it's impossible, Judge Man may also think the same. Higuruma then mentioned that he didn't know which curse technique of Sukuna would get confiscated. Yuji then suddenly mentions that there might be a way to confirm Sukuna getting the death penalty. Chapter then begins its focus on the fight, where we see Mei's crows nearing Sukuna but get completely destroyed. She then realizes that her crows would not work on Gojo, Kenjaku, and Sukuna. However, she was able to distract Sukuna for a bit, and now everything is up to Higuruma. Higuruma managed to break Sukuna's stance with his huge hammer, and Yuji throws debris toward him by crushing them. Higuruma then manages to bind Sukuna's weapon, and Yuji lands a heavy punch. Sukuna's entire body shakes for a moment, and he wonders what that was. Higuruma activates his domain, Deadly Sentencing, against the King of Curses. The chapter jumps to the flashback, and Yuji says that they can use the trail from the time they both fought and use it against Sukuna. They can add Sukuna as a co-defendant of mass murder in Shibuya and sentence Sukuna. Back to the present, the trail begins against Yuji and Sukuna. Judge Man says Yuji is a suspect in the mass murder in Shibuya. However, Higuruma defends Yuji by saying that he didn't kill anyone. His confession was due to a sense of responsibility, and the true criminal is. The chapter ends here. What a chapter! The stakes are higher than ever in Jujutsu Kaisen. From sorcerer meetings to Higuruma's bold plan, in the intense battle against Sukuna, it's a roller coaster of emotions. Did the trial strategy catch you off guard? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Jujutsu Kaisen updates. Until next time, may your curses be few and your techniques be strong. This is Manga Seeker, signing off.